show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house. That was a fun start for sure. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Are you guys ready for Pulsechain Unleashed? It's getting exciting. 2026, I think, has started off pretty good. So yeah, we've got some big launches about to happen within this, I guess, the next few hours. So LibertySwap is going to be doing the USDC railgun within the next few hours. So that's pretty cool. We've got CoinMafia about to launch within the next 7 hours. If everything is still in today's Sunday window. So it's pretty exciting, guys. Pretty exciting. The website is preset for CoinMafia, so pretty awesome. These are two big juggernauts for Pulsechain, building up the good old glory story for the chain. It's going to be pretty awesome. We also saw a little bit of news around X as well. With some symbol tickers, which we'll check out as well, because I thought that's kind of an interesting story. So really, X becoming truly a crypto chain, pretty exciting. And Pulsechain can, of course, make the most of that. It's going to be pretty fun. All right, so we're going to get into the markets today. We're going to talk about crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We're going to look at how much Ethereum is on exchanges at the moment. Then we're going to break it down into Pulsechain, of course, Pulsechain Unleashed. We're going to get into the markets, and then we're going to crack right into LibertySwap. Rackham Rochelle with Coinwell. We're going to break down some of the top protocols on Pulsechain as well. We're going to be looking at Heart with Dog, the top anime series. Pulsechain, honestly, is so lucky to have an anime series, especially of such quality. It is pretty amazing. So we're going to talk about Heart with Dog and, of course, the Season 1 Chronicles and Season 2 coming up in 2026. Pretty exciting. We're going to get to Emit Farm. Really, we've got about maybe around seven farms operating of some reasonable, quality, and Emit Farm really leading the way there. Pretty amazing stuff. We're going to talk about Emit Farm coming up. So big shout out to Kairos, the founder there. We're obviously also going to talk about Rhino 5, the first combat token, and we're going to talk about its treasury, how it's operating, what the pulse ratio is, all that sort of stuff coming up. I think really 2026 is the year for the Rhino. It's going to be pretty exciting. And then we're going to wrap up at the end with a update about True DeFi, what I call the internal institution. And we're going to check out some of the metrics on that. So big shout out to Neil and the team there. So pretty awesome. It's going to be a fun show. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let us know what you guys are thinking about everything that's going on as well. So it'll be pretty cool. We've got Wookie in the house there. Good to see you, Wookie. After a big weekend, Wookie is still alive. Woo! It sounds like you're partying like it's 1999. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, partying like it's 999. Wookie probably knew Prince as well, so it's pretty fitting. We got Kesh in the house there. Of course, Wookie is our community leader, so big shout out to Wookie. We got Kesh in the house there. 2026 is our year. Good evening. I like that. We got Hexvader as well. Hey, gang, good to see Hexvader. Big shout out. Welcome to the chat. We got Al in the house there. Lots of discussions on X about PDI theories today. I think it'll be 2 more weeks, though. Yeah, well, I do see the comments, 99 Capital. We're talking about some changes on Compound, and which is the copy over on Pulsechain. And things like that. But, these theories about PDI to $1, they keep coming. I try to stay in the neutral zone on that, but I did see a poll out comparing PDI to Peacock and LibertySwap, and I don't think they're in the same, at least the same probability camps for sure. But we'll keep an open mind about that. We got Peter in the house there. What's up, Superman? Everybody, good to see you, Peter. Big shout out and welcome to the chat as well. Yeah, we got more chance of Peacock to $1. Probably more chance of Peacock to $1 than PDI. But we keep a neutral stuff in there. But it is funny, pretty funny. How many times has something come to save the PDI? We got Super Snake in the house there. Good morning, friends. Good morning indeed. We shall see. All right, let's get into the show, shall we? Shall we kick it into it and let's have a look at how crypto's going. But get into the chat there. Really do appreciate it, and great to have Super Snake in the house there. Good morning, friends. All right, if you guys haven't also subscribed to the YouTube channel, we're streaming on 3 YouTube channels: the Crypto Night Show, Pulsechain X, which has been growing real nicely. So big shout out to all the new people there, and of course Superman Crypto as well. So 3 YouTube channels. Smash the subscribe button on the way in. Really, really cool. Hit the bell for future videos. As you guys know, the only real large channel in the Pulsechain community doing daily shows on a consistent basis, with a very rare days off. And that's because, just like you guys, I love crypto and Pulsechain a lot as well. So it's a mutual affection, let's say. So pretty exciting. And of course, if you haven't also followed on X, smash the follow. We're heading towards 1,500 followers. As you guys know, unfortunately, I had to rebuild the channel. So you guys make it possible. So get in there, folks. It is a lot of fun. All right, without further ado, let's get into the news today on the old markets and see how we're getting on. So total market cap at the moment on CoinGecko is $3.182 trillion, up 0.4%. We'll take that. It is a lazy Sunday in the United States. It's a Monday here in New Zealand. It's almost midday, 12th of January, but it's still the good old Saturday afternoon, evening in the United States, probably evening now in most places. Now we've got the cryptocurrency results. So let's get into that for Bitcoin. We got the Bitcoin up 0.2% at 90,500. We've got Ethereum up almost 1%, guys, $3,109. We've got XRP at number 4, down 1.3%, $2.06. BNB at number 5, down 0.1%, $902. Solana at number 6, up 2%. Nice little move there. Solana, $138. Tron at the moment is down 0.3%, just below 30 cents. And then number 10 is Doge, down 1.8%, is at 13.7 cents. You think Doge would get a better pickup with the news around the X news that we're going to talk about later. All right, so that's kind of where we are right now. Let's jump over to the best performer is, of course, Solana over the last 24 hours. Best performer over the last week is Solana as well, up 3% for the week. Top 100, we got Pole or Xmatic there, up 35%. We got Render up 32%, Monero up 30%. Rain up 11.6%, and Cosmos or Atom there up 11%. So we've got the top 5 in the top 100, and they're all above 10% there. So it's kind of cool. Top 1,000, we got Glick coin. Glick, is it an Irish coin or something? I don't know, Scottish, Irish. Venus, a token, and Frax as well. So those are the 3. They're top in the top 1,000 at the moment. Moves around a little bit though, doesn't it, with 1,000 coins. Monero at the moment is top trending. Render followed by Render, and then the White Whale. The White Whale there is next. So there we go. That is the overall results there for the market. Now let's go have a look at meme coins category and check that out. So let's go down to memes. PDI to $1. It could be the top meme. You never know. PDI to $1. That could be the. All you need is a meme. I mean, that's what is value, right? What is value? That's the question. We got how many coins? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins at the moment. Still no change since last time we checked. That are meme coins that are $1 billion. Will Peacock head towards that direction? That is the question. And of course, what do we say? It's around about an 80x or something like that, isn't it? At the moment, somewhere in that ballpark, maybe 82x on here. So we'll check that out later on. That'll be something we'll do. All right, let's jump into the Bitcoin chart. So here we are on Bitcoin. We got Alex Hicks in the house there. Woohoo! Yeah, definitely woohoo. I like that. That's the channel shout out. We got Al Will in the house as well. I own both PDI and Peacock. $1 for either, and I wouldn't be complaining. So you've hedged your bets. There. And if you win on both, then you're a double winner. That's pretty smart there, Al. Pretty smart. Hey, we got the old Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin at the moment on Coinbase, and we got the monthly moving average here. I love this long-term perspective. Really important to keep that, right? We can see that we've got this 50 monthly moving average at $65,800. We're well above that at $90,437. Obviously, if you're looking at some of the bulls, like when you're looking at experts in the fields like Tom Lee, Raoul Paul, and you look at people, you want to look at bulls and bears, right? You want to sort of take a look at both of those and then sort of weigh them up. But I think we're all pretty bullish, about 2026. We got Trump creating the golden age of America. We had GDP, can you believe it, for the last quarter at 4.3% without much inflation. It looks like Trump and his economists know what they're doing, and the Federal Reserve and all the liberal Democrats are crazy nut jobs. Nothing's changed. So we're looking good, guys. We're looking good for the next 2 years at least. It's going to be pretty amazing. You're going to create more money in your 401ks, more money in your crypto than you ever believed possible. It's going to be pretty exciting. So here we are at $90,469, looking very, very good. Exciting times ahead. All right, so that is on the old monthly. Let's have a look at the daily quickly before we move on to Ethereum. And we've got still got the death cross in play. We haven't quite curved back up yet but I think we're probably getting pretty close for the old Bitcoin. Remember, we are kind of at that critical point now where people are coming back to work from holiday. Most people, not, some of the high flyers probably got a longer holiday, but we've kind of got, a lot of people starting to come back to work now. So we should start to see a pickup in momentum with more eyes on the screen and more market makers in play. So that's kind of where we are right now. Let's look out for the turn up in the next week or two as we go into what's a great month. It's kind of midsummer here in New Zealand in January. So we're looking forward to that. So that's kind of the play there. Let's jump over to Ethereum. Ethereum at the moment on the monthly, we got the moving average is at $2,560. We're currently at 3,100, so we're looking very good there. Obviously, Ethereum, compared to a lot of other asset classes, hasn't really moved. So we've seen gold, silver move. We've seen stocks move. We've seen, the crypto majors move to some degree last year. But Ethereum there still, relatively flat still. And so I just think we're going to be setting up for the mother of all moves on the old Ethereum, honestly. And no doubt things like Solana and XRP will do pretty damn well as well. Privacy looks like obviously it's going to do pretty well. So payment chains and privacy looks like it's going to do pretty well. So pretty awesome stuff. Obviously on Ethereum, we've obviously got the strategic ETH reserves accumulating. Obviously Tom Lee leading that with Bitmine Immersion, and that's he started staking that with this. I think it's called the Maven staking protocol, whatever they've got set up there, or method. Maybe it's a method. And that was going to take 70 days to run through. So he's still running through that. And of course, he's got over 4 million Ethereum, probably about 4.3 or something like that. We haven't had recent disclosures, I think, since December the 12th. But we know they've been buying and, of course, started the staking process. So that's all sinking. They're going to make, once they finish, I think, once they get about 6 million coins, so they've still got to buy a bit more, maybe about 1.7 million or so. They will be earning about $1 million a day. Unbelievable money. And of course, that valuation should go into Bitmine Immersion. So even if you don't buy Ethereum, you can just pick up Bitmine Immersion and just ride that, and you're going to do pretty damn well. It's pretty exciting. Of course, it's got all the big players investing in that too. It's going to be fun times, guys. It's going to be fun times. So that's kind of right now, $3,100. Pretty excited where that will go. Obviously, the Magic Carpet Ride money's around 37.13. So it's a little bit higher than where we are, but we'll get there in no time. It could happen in 2 days, a day or 2 days in crypto, no problem at all. So keep a lookout for that, and we have got a slight uptrend there, but we're expecting a big move on the old Ethereum, big move. So very cool. Let's jump over to the amount of Bitcoin on the amount of Ethereum on the exchanges. Well, when the strategic ETH reserves were started buying in sort of late June. We had about 20.8 million Ethereum on exchanges. After all their buying, we're down all the way down now at 16.6. So we're down massively there. Over 4 million Ethereum is off the markets now, and that's just probably going to continue into the new year. Very excited about that. So just everything's heading in the right direction there. We've also got major crypto policy going through the White House, not through White House, through it's going through Congress. I don't think it's the Senate. Maybe it's the Senate, but it's going through next week on the crypto market structure, and I think the Clarity Act as well. So we've got a lot of policy moving forward that's going to unleash a lot of money into crypto. So that is pretty exciting as well. So that is the Ethereum there. So everything is setting us up for quite a year this year. We've got favorable monetary policy. We've got a little pause in the monetary policy with interest rates, but we've got a bond buying, money printing, M2 supply records. We've got all that going in the right direction. Plenty of money to slosh around to go into risk assets. Interest rates coming down means people have to take on more risk as well. So that perfectly fits with crypto. So monetary policy in favor. We're going to have a new chair that's due to be put in place by May. It takes about 90 days, so they'll probably speed that up a little bit. So that's pretty exciting. And we know they're going to be supply side economists, which means they're going to be bullish and dovish on interest rates and bullish on the economy. So excited about that. So monetary policy in our favor. Fiscal policy, we've never seen someone do proper fiscal policy, but that's what Trump's doing. And boy, he's absolutely kicking out of the park there. We're talking about trade deficits, fiscal deficits, public debt. We're dealing with all those issues, and we're seeing some really good results there. The public debt is going to be something to watch over the next couple of years. It's going to be pretty exciting. So that's going good. We've got the real economy, supply expansion, low inflation, high employment, high revenue, massive GDPs, probably heading towards 5-6% plus GDP, especially if we get these interest rate cuts. We're probably looking at 6% plus. I mean, this is mind-boggling numbers for the United States, and it's going to be exciting. So that's all going pretty well. Also, and then crypto policy. We've got the big four. Those are the big four. They're all in our favor, guys. They're all mega themes, all in our favor. And we had a liquidity resetting last October. So we're set. We're good. We've got a few short-term issues, but we're around like Supreme Court and the emergency use of tariffs, things like that. But I think generally speaking, we're ready for some big moves, guys. It's going to be hard to stop this big choo-choo train. Very exciting. All right, so that's pretty much our coverage there for the Ethereum and the macro picture. Obviously, we've got the manufacturing index as well, below 50, and so we're really that's going to start churning up this year. It's going to be game on, guys. Game on. All right, so let's get into the Pulsechain results. Pulsechain Unleashed, guys. It's happening, 2026. Richard's on the move. ProveX sacrifice finished on the 10th. He took 75% of the position there, whoever the Magic Carp Ride person is, and we're ready to go. So what's he going to do? We're going to find out soon enough. It's going to be pretty exciting. We got Grumpy in the house there. G'day. You owe me a super sticker, Grumpy. Grumpy, where's my super sticker, bro? Where's my super sticker? Oh, is it $2? All right, we'll move on. All right, so let's get into the Pulsechain. Let's get into Pulsechain, guys, and let's kick it into gear. We've got lots to talk about. We're going to talk about LibertySwap about to unleash Railgun USDC. We've got CoinMafia, a massive launch platform that's going to be, I guess, scaling up to over 380. 300 is that 380? Yeah, 380. Yeah, I think 380 chains is going to be pretty amazing, guys. I know that Rack and Michelle and Jen and Joshua Wu and the team must be very excited as well. They've probably been working all overnight. They've probably been just going. So it's going to be a lot of fun there. All right, we got L in house there. RH, let's go. Yeah, everyone's on the battlefield right now for 2026. It's Pulsechain season, guys. It's coming. All right, so let's jump into the Pulsechain results. Now, for those of the new, Pulsechain launched on the 30th of May, 2023. It was a full copy of Ethereum on the 10th of May, a few days earlier. And so everything that was a smart contract got copied over to Pulsechain, including PRC20s, which are ERC20s on Ethereum, PRC20s, 721s, NFT contracts, 1155, kind of NFT hybrid contracts. Obviously, eventually we got other contracts like 404s and everything else. So added that were launched separately on the old Pulsechain, but pretty exciting. And we've got a really exciting future with price discovery, right, which we've had. And now it's 975 days since that launch date. 975 days. Here we are, guys. 25 days to go until 1,000 days. And where will Pulse price be at that point? It's going to be interesting. At the moment, though, it's quadruple 165. It's down 1% right now. We're sitting at 17% of the mean sacrifice price. We've got Pulse 6 at the moment at quadruple 131. It is down 0.1% right now. The buy and burn is sitting at 8.39%. That excludes what we call the origin accounts. We kind of mix everything up these days: origin accounts, sacrifice accounts, invisible accounts, RH accounts, whatever you want to call them. We got Hex at the moment is at 0.3 of a penny on Pulsechain, down 2.85%, and eHex there lost a zero yesterday, is gained a zero today. It is at 0.0098 right now, and we got the combined price of eHex and pHex at just below 0.4 of a penny. But I've got to stop the coverage there of Pulsechain cause because we've got a super sticker in the house. Woohoo! CoinMafia launching any minute now. Bria head of security. Let's go. There we go. So that was the super sticker, and it's got some alpha drops in the old comments there. So a big shout out there to Grumpy. CoinMafia launching any minute. Yep. Bria head of security. Let's go. So nice one there. Now, you guys often hear me talking about Bria, and I often say, what do I say about Bria? I say that Grumpy does a great job. So Grumpy's kind of the role model. He just gets out and does all these cool memes and everything else for it. So, well done there, Grumpy, on that one. So there we go. Fantastic. So, lead by example there. Lead by example for sure. And I no doubt you're head of security. We got Hex in the house. He jumped in with the super sticker as well. Appreciate that. Vibe surrounded with little purple stars. I like that. Yeah. Is that what it says? It looks pretty good. I like that vouch. I can see the picture now over there. On my studio, it comes out as words. Now, when I read the words, I realized actually it's an animation, but it looks pretty damn good on the old other screen here. So appreciate that. Thank you so much to both of you. So here's a double clap. We'll do a magical twinkle and a double clap for those two super stickers. Yeah. We even get a woof there from Grumpy, and we're in hysterics somewhere in the United States. Excavator is in the hysterics there, rolling out on the ground somewhere like that. That's pretty funny. All right, so let's get going, guys. Let's get going. I think we've got one more comment there. Was it Bria Pack there? Represent. Indeed, you do a great job there. And download the packs there. Download the packs. He's definitely the role model there for promotions in the Bria community. Big shout out. Woof woof. Says the Hex Vader. You guys gonna get me in trouble here with the Animal Association. All right, so let's move on, guys. Let's have a look at where we are with the gas prices. We have got 340,000 beats right now, 2/10 of a penny for a Pulsechain swap. So still super cheap, but pretty much in the range that we had the last sort of 4 days. Validator store, well, not validator store, but we're at 51,956 on the validators. So I think we're up just a tad on the other day. Now, I do note that validatorstore.com, this is David Feder, a well-known community person, does full-time validator services. They've done something like 2/3 of validators have gone through Validator Store. And, big shout out to him. Now, he's got, I think, new prices, new website, I think all that sort of stuff up was, I think, in the monster thread. So check out validatorstore.com if you want to become a solo validator. There are alternatives, of course, now, like a vouch. You can go do that. Be a delegator. I guess delegate into validating. And there's also Plus X, right? They do that as well. They dominate something like how much is it? Maybe like 16% of the validators are all from those two. We can go delegate some, put your pulse in and get into validating yields. Pretty neat like that. We've got Executioner now. Say, let's go. Good to see you all. I love your show, Superman. I appreciate that, Executioner. Thank you so much. Big shout out to you. And we got Old Fart Gaming in house there. Woof. We got Woof in the house. True DeFi. True 2X is crushing it. Pulsechain strong. Yeah, well, we're talking about that's our last topic of the day is a True TX update. So look forward to that coming up. And big shout out to the leadership team there at True DeFi. We've got some eyes in Super's Discords. Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. You guys haven't joined the Discord. Links in the video description. It's a private. We have a general membership, which I think is $12.50 a month. So join up for that. You get all. We got the only help desk apparently, and we've got all the links. We've got the best community people. Get in there, folks. Amazing. And if you want to get the high intel, a lot of stuff I don't say on the show, then get into Strategy Club, and that is just over $1 a day. So it's about $35 a month. So just over $1 a day there. Get into that Strategy Club, and you can also find that pin to the top of X as well. We look forward to seeing you in there as part of our community. Big shout out there. David's in house says, good evening, representing Bria and CoinMafia tonight. Nice. You got the double down. There. Right, so let's jump over to the market results and check out what's going on. We've got 6.4 million in volume at the moment, last 24 hours. We've got 338,000 transactions. Remember, this includes generally largely Pulsex and 9mm. There's a few other little minor DEX values there as well. But that doesn't include like the big balance of forks from the PH team and the Coast team, things like that. So it does miss that. Now let's have a look at what's moving at the moment. Now, obviously we get new coins every day, so I'm not promoting anything here. We're just going through the top 100. We'll give my opinions on a few things, but apart from that, remember, do your own due diligence, not financial advice, all that good stuff. You really must, put your thinking cap on and get up to speed. Now, let's get in here. We got Adzilla. We got Adzilla in house, been around for 10 hours. Now, I don't know. Sometimes these might be, traps, but honeypots and things that you got to do due diligence. I don't get to check everything all the time. So yeah, that is doing pretty well at 9,400%. We've got Zero Trust there at the moment. That is tied into Peacock, pretty established team there, part of what they call the trifecta, along with Peacock. And so I think Zendog, is that the other one? I think Zendog's the other part of that trifecta there. But anyway, Zero at the moment, they're doing a lot of different things, creative things in their project, but that is up 8.84% today. Market 1.7 million. We've got Liberty sitting at number 3, is up 8.8%. And then we've got Peacock sitting there just around about 2 cents. We're just going to round it there around about 2 cents. They're sitting at number 4, 5, and 6, up 7% ahead of the launch of LibertySwap's USDC, right? So anytime soon. We got number 8 is P Tiger. Now, of course, Crypto Toe God's the influencer that's sort of leading the pack on the P Tiger. That's up 7% today. And he was doing some gun video, and Richard Hart commented on it. And so they had a bit of a dialogue there, and that's going pretty back. So we're seeing a little bit of a bounce back in the old P Tiger chart there. Now, what else have we got? Mafia sitting at number 10. We're waiting for the launch of Mafia. I don't think it's quite there yet. It's just about there. The website's pretty built out now. Got a lot of the features, gaming features there. And so that's got to be pretty close to the killing and the and the vault access there. So if you're in Mafia still, let us know what the status is there in Telegram. But that's got to be pretty close. Up 6% today. What else we got going at number 11? We got Top Hat. And our Top Hat had been suffering a little bit, but it seems to be up today, 5.8%. This is from Crypto Copy, arguably one of the biggest influences in Pulsechain, and of course possibly even the top by several measures. But here he is at 1100th of a penny right now, and it's on a bit of a comeback there on the daily. It's still got a peacock ratio. We did see some rotation. Yeah, still seeing some rotation out of peacock from Top Hat. But that had been doing pretty well apart from that. So against Pulse price in particular, but getting some rotation there. So we'll keep a lookout to see what happens with that. Still $1.1 million market cap for the old Top Hat there. All right. So and also a lot of the ones, all these peers that appeared up with Peacock getting lifted on the US dollar price. So it's pretty good for all the peers. Remember, there's about 230 plus peers or something that are tied into Peacock. So. And of course, Peacock representing the official store of value for LibertySwap, the big bridge and privacy solution on Pulsechain. And of course, it's much bigger than that. It's going to be huge. DeFi, everything. It's going to be a one-stop shop for a lot of stuff. We've got Zero Trust there. Maybe the Zero Trust is Zero Trust is there. Yeah, we've got that there. Let's scroll down here a little bit. There we've got the ARC at number 13, up 3.5%. Finvestor, the parent of OG WebChef, there up 3%. We've got UFO tied in with the Peacock there. That's up 2.4% today. What else do we got? Pulsex there. We've got X Game from Firewell up 1.7% at number 18. Number 20 to wrap up our top 20. We've got Vouch. Now, Vouch, of course, is the number one validator on Pulsechain. That's up 1.4%. It has had a nice little recovery as well. We'll have a quick look at that, and that's the US dollar price. So looking pretty good there. Let's have a look. So that is looking pretty good. The pulse ratio, of course, is what you've always got to look at, and doing very well. So it's all come off the bottom there. 0.84 now 1.5. So 1.5 pulse per Vouch now, looking very strong indeed is the old Vouch there. And it was a very good live stream that they had on Vouch the other day. I'm just trying to remember who it was. I think it was Crypto Cabana, was it? Was it Crypto Cabana? I think so. Hopefully I'm not getting that wrong, but I think that's right. And he was the host of the show. What else have we got going? We're scrolling down a little bit here. We've got Liquid Loans currently at number 23, up a little bit, up 0.8%. 9mm up 0.5% there. 9mm, of course, been crushing it, giving out about $20,000 or so every month as revenue. So our second biggest DEX performing very well. So big shout out to that team. Lots of respect there. We've got VPulse there. Sparta is up slightly, 0.25%. So look at Sparta. Obviously, Sparta there from Wendy's for Tendies. He was also on the Hex conference, wasn't he? That's up from 8 tenths of a cent is now at 1.5 cents almost. And the ratio there, so look at that, bouncing off the bottom there. So had got sold off quite hard and is bounced from 620 to 870. So we'll keep a look out for that. But they did have a new project launch, right, which I think is way down the bottom here somewhere. We'll probably find that too. What else? Let's go down to number 35. So everything else below 29 is, so we've got 29 in the green. Everything else is in the red. But a few of them will still be doing better than Pulse, which is down about 1%, wasn't it? Yeah, so everything above 1%, which is about 43 coins, is doing better than Pulse. So let's have a look down. Let's go all the way down and see what's not doing very well at all. We've got Milady, which launched yesterday. It was doing very well. It's down 42%. So that was got pumped yesterday, didn't it? Let's have a look at that. Good old Milady. Got pumped quite nicely. And then it's down a bit today off the profits there. But look at that volume just start to come in there. Not sure who was doing that, but there we go. We got Dominance from OG WebChef down 16% as well. Let's have a quick look at this. See what's happening there. This is on the daily chart. So it's still in an uptrend, but a bit of profit selling today. Looking at the weekly chart, it's come off the bottom, and the pulse ratio for dominance. Let's have a look here on that as well. 470 right now, so it's come off the bottom there, 184, 470. So it's done pretty well actually over the last month, hasn't it? And let's just refresh ourselves. So this pays you in wrap Bitcoin too. So 2.1% wrap Bitcoin rewards, 1.4% pulse buybacks, and 1% auto LP stacking, and 0.5% self burn. So you're really getting rewarded for that wrap Bitcoin, and I think that's not been doing too bad lately, is it? We might go check that out later on if we got a bit of time. So those are the big losers today. We're allowed to say that. We got DFC down 12%. We got Dump Tires. Now, Dump Tires was it's got staking protocol, right? So I did see Mr. Wu, Joshua Wu there talking about this yesterday, and they've launched staking V4 or something like that. So staking V4 there, and they got certain yields. Should we go have a quick look at it? Let's do it. That's what we do. Yeah, DTGC staking, and let's have a look at. Do we ever got any indications here? Yeah, we got silver, gold, and whale all around 18% there. We've got these other ones here: diamond 42%, diamond 70%. So it's quite the little ecosystem there. You'll have to check that out, but that is the DTGC. So not just a token, but staking platform. So there we go. That is doing a bit of profit taking today, but the chart still looks pretty well. You certainly won't want it to break down much past 0005, but it's at 0054 right now. And we'll keep a lookout for that. But let's look at the pulse ratio, down 9% today, but it's still holding up there. So yeah, it's moving sideways. Probably want to have a look at a few other measures, but so far holding at 32 pulse. Almost 33 pulse per DTGC, Dump Tires Gold Coins called. All right, so that's kind of the play on that one. Anything else we want to talk about? Well, Teddy Bear's down here from James Maria, down about 5%. That was getting pumped every so often, gets pumped up, doesn't it? Troper down there too. We got PTC the Greys down here, and that had a little bit of pump the other day. It's certainly recovered a little bit, but still got a bit of work to do. Down on the main pair here, down 2.25%. But if you look at the weekly, it's still looking pretty good. It's certainly bounced, and it's pretty much at a critical point now, isn't it? 1,500. So if we can really break out of that, that'd be pretty cool. Let's go full screen on this quickly. So yeah, if it can break out of, let's say it breaks out at 18, it's up and away, right? Up and away there on the weekly. Let's go to the pulse ratio. And first DAO token, right, on Pulsechain. So got a lot of support from influencers like Prairie Banana, many others like it was Ian Heinisch and B Roots and things. I think still pushing that, and they've probably got big bags. We got 9.3 there, so it's actually looking pretty good on the old pulse ratio there. So looking healthy for the upside there. So yeah, as long as momentum continues, I'm sure that will probably press forward. Not financial advice. Do your own due diligence. What else? We got some more comments. We got Hex a lot in house there. So you're the most consistent streamer. Thanks, Superman. You're most welcome there. You're most welcome indeed. Yeah, we were just saying yesterday actually that I've been streaming for about 6 years, pretty straight, with very few days off. And what's that? 6 3s are 18, so over 2,000 days. So yeah, not bad. Maybe close to 2,200 actually, probably something like that. What else? We got Super Snake in the house there, says 9mm for the win, baby. Number 2 decks on Pulsechain. Yeah, look, we know that when Pulse starts to rally, these top quality DeFis that have been kind of sleeping, and I'm not saying 9mm is one of those because they do the work and they pay out. But it's going to be up and up when Pulsechain starts to move. They'll all get repriced, right? Rolf Kane in the house there. Superman's in the house. Thank you very much. I am in the house here, literally in the house. Literally. But g'day, mate. G'day from Smart Dwelling. Good to see us, Smart Dwelling. Big shout out there. All right, let's move on and let's give a round of applause, shall we? What's going on? It's LibertySwap. It's LibertySwap. So LibertySwap is getting pretty close, guys. I'm not going to go through all their posts today, but just the ones that are kind of most relevant. But I say that, and then I'll probably end up going through at least half a dozen of it. We got with the USDC Railgun integration. This was about an hour ago. In fact, how long ago was it? An hour and 20. So no, 2 hours ago, almost 2 hours ago now. With USDC Railgun integration is what we're waiting for, right? This is the launch. This is Pulsechain Unleashed, and this is serious. So we're not just. It's not hyperbole. It's not clickbait. It is true. This is a major integration, and very, very bullish for Pulsechain. And it is multi-chain. Remember, everything. Think LibertySwap. Think they're expanding their tentacles out. It's very exciting, and the frontier of this stuff, right? Frontier of these offerings when they get all the integration concepts out. So with USDC Railgun integration, we are expanding our technology to reach a broader range of users across the industry. That is a very key part, right? They're really focused on new users, new liquidity, and leveraging the AMM pools, all that sort of stuff to bring capital back into Pulsechain. Very, very cool, including Ethereum, Solana. So EVM chains, SVM chains, it doesn't matter. They're there. BNB chain and other emerging blockchains. Well, I guess emerging blockchains, because these guys are not really emergent. Not emergent, but emerging. We got there. They just can't popped out of nowhere, man. It's popped out there. All these variables came together, pop emergent. Anyway, we will actively work to make our product visible and accessible, and I really like that bit, right? So that means, are they going to be doing some marketing as well? Like, obviously they do a fantastic job promotion, but actually getting like ads out on these different sites like BNB and Solana, when people looking at Solana, pops up the ad, things like that. So that'd be pretty interesting. This approach allows us to generate fees, and which are converted into Pulse or Ethereum. I like that, and are used to support Peacock liquidity pools across different market conditions. And so they also get the arbitrage benefit, right? Very, very cool. So looking good there. Peacock is positioned to become a long-term store of value for the Pulsechain community. So there we go. That is from them. Now, I want to come back to this in a moment with the USDC. We'll come back to that. So let's have a look at this comment here. So privacy technology typically processes fewer transactions but generates significantly higher fees. This is driven by greater complexity, heavier computation, and higher gas costs compared to public blockchain transactions. This is a promising market, and many teams aim to capture a meaningful share of it. Now, these guys are kind of doing an integrated system where they're getting the benefit of everything, so it's kind of exciting like that. Now, they were asked about the timing. They said tonight. Now, they've got another post, of course, it's the next few hours, so this could be anytime soon. We're going to come back and refresh to make sure that we got the latest here. But that was from the team. Let's do a refresh to see if we've got any other post here from LibertySwap, because the launch is imminent within the next few hours. So we're keeping a lookout for that. Let's see, that was the last one there. So let's go. This is the latest one with the new Twitter algorithm. Okay, so that's a different topic that we're going to be talking about. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But that is from the team. So we've got USDC guys coming. Now, the thing about that is that it's going to potentially open up privacy payments, where you could do invoices and pay like commercial side of TradeFi, and commercial side of crypto is paying in USDC privately. And so, it's kind of cool. Obviously, very excited about that in DeFi. And secondly, potentiality for credit cards, right? Paying with credit cards, with private funds going into that, and then paying with credit cards. So are we going to see a credit card coming out of LibertySwap? We know that I think the Bunker Mental team were kind of talking about that. We know that Ramp now has had an announcement about that. We're going to hear more about that too. So yeah, pretty exciting. In fact, we might talk about Ramp now just after this. This is a side topic, but yeah, very, very cool stuff happening here. A lot of things happening, man. These guys are delivering. We've got a lot of cool teams delivering a lot of cool stuff at the right time and the right place in the old market there. Kind of cool. Now, so we're waiting for that. So there's really downstream applications for the USDC launching, particularly a part of the privacy suite there as well. Remember, you could potentially have you got Patias and Pulsex. They're going to have CowSwap and all sorts of stuff with intent trading. So basically, you say, I want to buy, sell this. And then the market, they have all these market solutions to come and get you the best results from either the Pulsechain or Ethereum pools or whatever. But also, think about it. We've got all the trading. Then we've got potentiality for lending, right? So lending coming up with the Aave, and then privacy lending. Whoa, people come and put big capital in there and then borrow against that and then pump all the markets. There's lots of directions this could go. So very, very exciting. They could even go further into perpetuals or leverage and things like that. So it could be pretty fun place for value creation. So yeah, lots of opportunity potentials there. Now they also were pointing out the fact that X has got this in-app crypto price tracking coming up. So there was Coin Bureau was excited about. They said Solana says it will soon be ready, built directly into X. This comes after X announced a live in-app crypto price tracking. So everyone was excited about that. So obviously, LibertySwap was playing on that, saying, well, Pulsechain's going to do it too. Pulsechain is going to have it as well, because it's going to be an in-app crypto pricing tracking. So people will be able to put, I guess, a little symbols, I guess it is, some little smart cash tags, as they call it, real-time financial data from your timeline. Someone said buy B, and then it brings up Bitcoin, I guess is the idea there, or at least brings up a list of cryptos. Bitcoin, of course, would be one of them. So pretty crazy there. They've got this here. Most of my public tech exposure is NVIDIA, but probably should diversify soon. And then we've got the NVIDIA chart come up there. A major deal for crypto now, right? This is mainstream crypto for the retail book. Of course, all the people on X will be using that, and huge. Very, very exciting. Now, obviously, we're expecting a crypto wallet as well at some stage. So I guess there's going to be interesting developments there not far after these tags, right? The tags kind of get people excited and then get the wallets up, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it should have done the other way around. We'll see. But bullish for Pulsechain, right? Bullish for Pulsechain in all crypto. What else there? We got Rain Solid in the house there. Hashtag Steed Mobin. Not quite sure what that means, but let us know in the chat there. Super Snake says, hey, Superman, the PTC team is working on an onboarding revenue share project. Will be interesting to see how, if this helps adoption, you should have Prairie Banana on stream to shill. Yeah, well, I'm always open to have Prairie Banana on. We've had him on a couple of months ago, and it was a great interview. So, yeah, more than keen. So let him know. Drop him a line there as well. What else there? We got Heartwood Dog in the house there. Good morning, Superman and Pulsechain. A big shout out there to Heartwood Dog in the house. Coming up to talk about Hog in a moment. And of course, got Ermag there as well. Happy New Year, mate. Happy New Year to you as well. All the very best. 26 looking good for all of us, I think. All right, so that is kind of cool. That's coming out. Now, we're going to come back possibly to LibertySwap later on. So we're going to keep that over there just because their launch of USDC is, within a few hours. So it may happen during the live stream, may be just after the live stream. But then the next one, of course, we've got coming up is what? It is Raka Michelle, right? Raka Michelle. And that is pretty exciting too. So let's get ready for that. This is within potentially, let me just check the time zone here. But they said by the end of Sunday. And so that would be about 5.5 hours, I think. 5.5 hours. I'm taking New York time, which I presumably is the same as Florida time on the Never Eat Sogu Weetabix. Remember that? Never Eat Sogu on the East Coast. There we go as well. But funny enough, on the West Coast, it's still like 3:30 in the afternoon. So in Los Angeles, they're 21 hours behind us. New York's 18, which I presumably Florida's on the same timeline. So what's that? 5.5 hours to go. We could have a launch anytime. And CoinMafia, we've had a few things released, so let's have a look at them. I have posted them out. Now, this is a juggernaut of a platform. This is not a small thing to be launching, right? This is a potentially huge platform. And so we're excited about it, right? It's going to be pretty awesome. Now, obviously, Rackham's main audience is Pulsechain people, but he has been broadening over the last 6 months, broadening his audience out through promotion to get broader market. So he's probably got a lot more followers from other chains now following him. Pretty exciting. And of course, he was posting out some of the promos, and I think the marketing is very good. I'm being very happy with the marketing. It's very professional and very cool at the same time. He says, this 9 hours ago, he says, I'm fixing to tear up a chart, do unspeakable things. No one saw nothing. So there we go. No one saw nothing. Now, we do know that there's a bit of a waitlist on the token launch. So it's going to be interesting to see how all that plays out. 8 hours ago, and this is the one I reposted earlier, said, oh snap, CoinMafia.io is already. So remember before it had, it just had a general page on it. There was no website on it. Well, now that website is up and it's kind of pre-ready for the actual DApp to go live. So yeah, it's got pretty cool. It looks pretty damn good. I like this sort of look. We've got Are You Ready? Launch phase, and then we've got coming soon. The multi-chain token launchpad is launching soon. So very excited about that. And so, yeah, we're going to have the DApp there soon in a minute for the launch set. Now, remember, it's going to be something like over 375 blockchains. So this is, this is crypto-wide, right? Crypto-wide. And as far as I know, it's the first one to ever do it. There's also about 50, 60 chains that have no token launcher site, or at least an official one. And so they're all going to have a token launching site now. So you can see this quite ubiquitous. And also the fact is that it's not only going to have the low-hanging fruit, in other words, the big chains with the big liquidity, the big users, but it's going to have all those other chains being able to launch as well, which could create a lot of activity, right? And you want activity. Activity generates a lot of excitement. So yeah, that is could be really impressive from that. It's got a pretty easy flow in terms of setting up your token. Very easy indeed that anybody can do it. It's going to have a referral code, so you can go and refer people. People can launch their own tokens, and it's the age of the people, as it were. And then also the tokenomics is going to be very different, including refunds and stuff like that, and how bond tokens over to crypto. So a lot of fun there. We should expect a lot of the people that are specialized in token launching, particularly on Pump Farm, Pump Tires, and things like that, to use the site. Also, people that KOLs, like influencers out there, whether they're community influencers or video influencers or a bit of both, they could be out there launching big projects too. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple of heavyweights from some of the chains launching out of the gate there, right? Because they have been reaching out to quite a few people. Now, the website itself has been getting a lot of views, I think 250,000 views or something, if I remember rightly, in the last 30 days. And also, they've got Influencer Network, I believe, much further in the millions, talking about millions. So we're going to keep a lookout on all that. It's exciting times. Now, the one thing that we have been seeing also is that they've been doing videos, right? They've been doing videos of stuff. So we've got more posts 5 hours ago. CoinMafia. So, obviously join the socials there at the moment. When CoinMafia. So cool stuff. I love this artwork. Really, really cool. So that is coming from Rack and Michelle. Now, if you guys want to join up to the Telegram, you can do that. So let me just get the link here, and let's pull that up. So we're going to copy that link somehow. Yeah, copy the link and post that in the chat there. So if you haven't joined up to the CoinMafia, this thing could be potentially absolutely astronomical. The initial token allocation is going to the whitelist, as I understand it. So we'll finally see when it does launch. But pretty exciting, and I know that the team's excited. Jen's excited, which is Rack and Michelle's wife. She's the CEO, and yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. Joshua Wu will be excited. He's the director there, doing a lot of promotions. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. That is the link there. Join up, guys. So if you haven't joined, join up today. Let me just quickly go to the live stream as well. So if you haven't joined, you can join here. So join CoinMafia and get all the latest. That's where all the action is, in the old Telegram. So join up there today. All right. So that is pretty cool. We're looking forward to it, guys. That's going to be potentially launching in the next 7 hours, is my guess, based on next 6 hours, let's say, within the US time frame. So approximately that. So subject to change, usual thing. But that was the end of day Sunday was the deadline there. Subject to change. Sometimes you have a run up in certain things are not ready yet. So subject to that sort of stuff. What else there? We got CoinMafia's the future, says Pesky Girl. Big shout to Pesky Girl there. Pesky Girl is in the administration team, so big shout there, Pesky Girl, and of course representing Bria as well. Who else have we got in the chat here? We got Ramon in the house there. Run it up, CoinMafia and Bria. Yeah, Bria there. Yeah, we should probably have a look at the Bria chart as well. So that's coming up as well. But let's quickly check out. Actually, I just lost my link there, didn't I? But we got Jen out there. I want to show some of the. If you go onto Telegram, Jen has been posting pictures of. I'm not sure whether they're in the main CoinMafia one, but pictures of videos that are recording these videos. So I'm really excited to see those come out, and I think everybody else will be as well. So that's in the next few hours. Obviously, we'll be talking about it on tomorrow's show. We'll be talking about LibertySwap, talking about CoinMafia. So we'll be covering that, probably tomorrow. It may do a second show today. It's possible, depending on what happens. But certainly tomorrow we'll be covering that. If not later today for a surprise show, a surprise secondary show. Because you know me, I love to cover launches. I've covered just about every major launch on Pulsechain, right? Not so many, not all the pump and dumpers, but most of the major launches. All right, so let's jump on here. We've got Heart with Dog, guys. Now, we've talked about, obviously, LibertySwap being an absolute DeFi juggernaut there with the Peacock meme. We've talked about the CoinMafia there being the first of 5 projects, and, of course, just a ginormous crypto-wide launch pad. So we've got some heavyweights, guys. Pulsechain Unleashed, guys. It really is exciting. And now we've also got, obviously, the Pulsechain had its own anime series. What other crypto has their own anime series? It just blows my mind all the time. And, of course, we get the best of quality from these guys. Now, let's just quickly go through a little bit about some of the stuff that we've had from the CoinMafia guys. And that is, we've had Season 1 last year. We had Pulse of the Fallen Season 1. It follows Hog's story. And, of course, it has a pretty rough start and the journey through 14 chapters of the Pulse of the Fallen with Hog. That's Hog there on the channel, on the screen there, with Donald Pump. I think it's Donald Pump. And it's been, there's arcs and turns, there's all sorts of things happening on it. It really has been amazing. There's Richard Hart on the Peacock there. It's crazy, and the Hog powering up with the old Peacock tears or something like that. It is pretty crazy stuff. So it is amazing to have this on Pulsechain, and a big shout out to Heart with Dog team because they do a great job. But yeah, Pulse of the Fallen season 1 was out last year, 14 chapters. Go check it out. And also we had the Chronicles at the end of the year. We had 7 episodes of the Chronicles, which is the Chronicles of Hog, Somi, and Andrew Tate there. So we had, Somi, the Pulsechain influencer, and then we also had Andrew Tate there, obviously, the guy, the dude out there, the dude, as they say. But anyway, so that was pretty exciting. And of course, this year coming up, guys, this year we got Pulse of the Fallen season 2. Which you got to be super excited for. Now, the Pulse of the Fallen covers a lot of things. It covers Hog's journey, but also covers a lot of influencers out there that you know in Pulsechain community. It also covers a lot of celebrities out there as well. So it really mixes up all that stuff and is a great promotional outreach beyond Pulsechain in that regard. So big shout out to the Hog. And you can see the quality of it. It's so good. Look at that. I mean, that is so amazing. And we're lucky to have it. So big shout out to the Heart with Dog team there as well, for sure. Now I'm going to post the link to the Heart with Dog on X, so you guys can follow. Give them a follow, and we're also going to check out their chart as well, because their chart has been doing some pretty legit things right now, and so you're getting in early for the season 2. Now they're going to be around for a long time. They're planning on over 100 chapters, so this thing is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and we're going to be, and it's going to be pretty synonymous with the bull market, I think, with the old anime series from Heart with Dog. So pretty awesome stuff there. So that is the link there for you guys to join up, and I'm going to post that on X as well if you guys haven't joined. So we're posting a lot of cool stuff today on the old X there. So join the Hog, anime crew, and bam, there's all the details there. At the moment, I guess we can just put the tag on. Yeah, put the tag. I think it's enough. And bam, there we go. So catch up with the Hog team there. Amazing stuff. So big shout out to really do have a lot of cool. Now that's the Hog chart. Damn, that's amazing. So that's a pulse chart there on the old Hog. It's the weekly candles, and it's getting a lot of love, and it should be too. It should be too, because it's doing amazing. These guys are doing an amazing job on the old Pulsechain there. Wow, so cool. So yeah, we've had the Pulse of the Fallen season 1, Chronicles, and then we've got Pulse of the Fallen season 2 coming up. Check it out. It's going to be a lot of your favorite influences, and the storyline is going to be crazy. I don't know, but one observation I've made is that Hog keeps getting more powerful as we go. And of course, those LibertySwap, the Peacock tiers, he certainly got pretty powerful there as well, defeating some of the arch enemies of civilization. So pretty awesome stuff there. So that is the Hog there. Check it out. That is the chart there. I'm going to post the link to that as well in the chat. But amazing stuff there from the team. So lots of love to this top quality. So you're going to see Pulsechain Unleashed, man. We just got everything. It's going so good. Now, big shout out to all the developers, of course, making all this possible. Because Pulsechain is just going to get bigger and bigger when we've got lots of cool projects that are just so big, and a lot of them multi-chain. All right, so that is the future. Of course, we all know that. So that is the chart there, the Hog. Big shout out to Serge, reposted the stream. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Much love. We got Valiant in here. Snuck in a comment as well. Is Bria about to enter the race to $1? I don't know, guys. It's looking promising, isn't it? The pulse ratio has been looking pretty good. Was it about 25? Is it about 25 pulse, I think? Something like that. So, yeah, it's looking good. All right, so let's get into the next one, right? So that is the Hog. Let's jump over into the Emit farm. Now, we've probably got about 6, 7, farms out there. There are a few others, but they're kind of, faded a little bit. So we've probably got about 6 or 7, active farms. Emit's kind of leading the way, really. I mean, there are other great farms as well, like Nexian and others, but Emit farm is been absolutely crushing it. So big shout out to Kairos there. Now, if you are after kind of high yields, then Emit farm's, a great pick to consider. Obviously, you got to do your own financial due diligence, all the rest of it, but they've been offering high yields for months after month after month, which is pretty amazing. And so big shout out to Kairos and the team. They recently launched a new product, didn't they? They've got pretty much partnerships with most of the top teams on Pulsechain, which makes them very valuable in itself. It's a very valuable, great path of value. And so you can see they've got a lot of the top names that you may see around. But I did want to cover their latest innovation, which is Emit Farm Factory. The Farm Factory is a new piece of infrastructure that allows projects, founders, and communities to deploy their own farming contracts. So more love going out to the other top projects that you may love. So Emit Farm in there, anyone can do it too. I mean, you can launch a token maybe on CoinMafia and then put it do another reward token in the farm. You see what I mean? It's lots of opportunities there to combine different platforms like this. Pretty cool, eh? Pretty cool indeed. So that is Emit Farm there. Now let's have a quick look at the farm itself as well. So we're going to go to the farm, and I'm going to post the link to Emit here. So big shout out to Koros and the team. And if you're after high yield, this is the place, one of the places to consider for sure. So Emit Farm. And that is the link there. That's on X. Actually, I might post the whole link since we're on YouTube. I'm sure on YouTube, and it is going to X, but it is what it is. Excavator says Brea ratio currently 22. Okay, I had 22 in my mind as well, but 25 came out. 25 came out. That's pretty funny. All right, so we've got Emit Farm there, and of course high yields on there that you can earn, and they've got the special single-sided staking pool where you earn EDI. So that's pretty awesome. So a lot of people have been sitting in that pool for a long time, earning stablecoin, and then Pulsechain price was going down, and they could buy more of it, right, with their EDI. It's kind of a simple strategy there. Pretty cool. They have lots of the top pools. So let's have a quick look at the farm. Obviously, we've got the factory there. We just talked about that. Anyone can do that. We've got 2 farms in there so far. And then we've got the Emit farm itself, which is pretty cool. Let's make this a bit bigger, shall we? Does it work? I think it does. How does it look? Yeah, a little bit bigger. And we can see that, what are we talking about here? So we've got the current price of Emit. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Emit Farm here, this is the EDI single stage staking pool, very popular. Currently $205,000 in there right now. And I think about 23% of the pool is dominated by True DeFi. We're going to talk about that later on. They're earning EDI that's going back into their protocol. The APR is still 115%, so pretty attractive there. Then you've got all the farms. So the other farms, they don't earn EDI, but they earn Emit. They earn Emit there, and they are ticking away. So you've got high yields on virtually all these ones, right? Emit Pulse, Emit Dime, Emit Inc., Emit Pulsex, all over 100%. Wrap Bitcoin there, lots of stuff. Wrap Bitcoin on Pulsechain and Ethereum, all high yields. You got all the Pulsex cores there as well, still earning decent little yields there, 16, 23, 48%. But then you've got other high yields as well. You've got Vouch, the number one validator, pretty high yields here, 77%, 89%. You got Ink Printer there from Fast Abdul, all earning pretty nice there. Ink Dollar Emit, so stablecoin Emit, 133% there. Pulse Bitcoin community there from Fat Sammy and his crew, 110% on that. I mean, you've got lots of good ones there. Pump Tires, Most Token, Peacock's there. Peacock at the moment, 111% on the old Peacock. Emit Farm P-Head there. Crypto Paradise team, one of the other big YouTubers out there covering Pulsechain. Big shout out to them. You got high yields on all those. Community tokens there like Gelato. Tetra, of course, the DeFi. It's on DeFi demo right now. Dark Token, a big shout out to that team. Pulsechain Store, giving away free T-shirts every chance they can get on the old Pulsechain. So they're there as well. Rhino Fi, which we're going to talk about, the first combat token. Amazing there. Function Island, another farm. Big shout out to the farmers out there on the old Function Island there. Donnie D is the founder there for that one. We've got Actuator out there as well. Hocus Pocus, they're amazing. They got this whole DeFi search engine there. Big shout out to Hocus Pocus. Go check out their website for DeFi APR comparisons. We got Grace Currency, of course, the first DAO token, one of the big communities on Pulsechain. Big shout out to that team. We got the hero there for the vets, supporting the vets there. No permissions from Randy Alaski, another big influencer with no permissions, and big shout there. We also got the Firewall tokens in there as well, all earning high yields with Emit. You get paid an Emit for these. And then we've got Vox, another top farm there, also offering pretty high yields, 180, 192% for Vox. Small TVL in at the moment, but still high yields, good for entry there for somebody. And then Pulsechain, a rising star DeFi ecosystem on Pulsechain with the old Pulsechain. And then you got Nexion, another farm, and of course Leverage, perpetual platform there as well with Nexion. So I mean, it's some really impressive farms on there. Really, really cool. So check it out. That is Emit Farm, and you can find all the links, of course, there. Let's quickly go to the token. Token's had a nice rally as well. All these charts are looking pretty good. So we had a nice pump here. It was on the US dollar. So we had the weekly charts, and we had 30 cents. We got all pumped all the way there to $2.20. Obviously, True DeFi, the big internal institution, as they started coming in and investing, and now own about 23% of the single side staking pool, earning eDime. And it's just had a little retraced at the moment down to $1.55 on the weekly. But if we look at the daily here, we can see we're still sitting at about 60 on the RSI there, and we got a nice little, consolidation here. We obviously want to hold on to that $1.50 mark, but looking pretty good. Pulse ratio, so look at that. And pulse ratio, of course, what a move it was for 15,500 all the way up to 150,000 there. Wow, that is beautiful, right, on the old pulse ratio, and a powerful move. And what's that? That's up, about a 9x there, maybe 9x on that one. So pretty awesome stuff. Still up at 94,500 right now in the old pulse ratio. So that is Emit Farm. So high yields, and we'll see where the price fits there on that. But if you want to get into to catch them up, definitely check it out there. That is Emit Farm. You'll be able to find the links there as well. Now, I'm just going to post that in the underneath the live stream as well for those that want to check that up. What happened there? Is it the right one? Or US dollar go live? No, it's the old one there. What happened to my? There it is. There. I was wondering where it went. We got Emit Farm, and you can check it all out at Emit Farm there, and all the links. You can find all those. So, bam. All right. So that is Emit Farm. And let's go to the next one, guys. So we're obviously talking about combat tokens. So we've talked about the anime series on Pulsechain. We've talked about the just a leader in the farms on Pulsechain with the high yield, sustainable yields with eDai. And now we've got Rhino, the first combat token on Pulsechain. So they've got their own Pulse treasury. They have a reflection tax. They feed that treasury every 28 days. They also have a separate sub pool of that, which is sort of the dynamic pool, which buys and burns the token. So that's kind of the idea with the combat token there. So very good for down markets and very good for up markets there with the combat. So pretty awesome team. This team is amazing as well. They are terrific marketers, and they're also just the best people in there. You get in there in the Telegram, you're going to love these guys. They'll be your BFFs, and it's just a great team in there. So definitely join up to the Rhino crew there. Pretty awesome stuff. We got Hog in the house there. Season 2 kicks off. Things with an origin story of crypto coffee, guys. There's a little alpha drop there in the chat. Woohoo! We got the magic. So very cool. So season 2, guys. Heart with the Fallen anime series. Origin story of crypto coffee. So big shout for that alpha drop there. Very cool indeed. All right. We're going to probably see more of that this week, guys. Keep a lookout for Heart with Dog. So Rhino. Let's talk about Rhino. And Rhino at the moment, let's post that's the link to Rhino. So if you're on there, give them a follow. Just honestly, amazing team is the Rhino. First combat token as well. And we're going to check out all the metrics right now. So that is the Rhino team there. So big shout out to them. All right. So let's have a look at some of this cool stuff. They are awesome marketers. Look at this stuff. They're always posting out cool videos. They're constantly marketing. I love this. They're a good role model for all the other project teams, honestly. They just keep going. They keep going, and I love it. Look at that. So big shout to them, just crushing it. Look at that, just non-stop. That's fantastic. So big shout there. Look at that. And they also got a farm in Emit Farm, by the way. We just talked about Emit Farm. They've got a farm in there, and they're also listed on the Hocus Pocus, which I talked to you about, having an APR farm search engine on there. Go check out Hocus Pocus as well. So if you're trying to compare APRs on different farms, that's the place to go, is the Hocus Pocus. Charging cycle 7 is loaded. So already that's pretty awesome. So they've already gone through 7 cycles, 28 days. Pulse earned so far 4.1 million. Rhino charge balance 275 million Rhino, and of course pretty exciting stuff. So that's charge 7, pretty awesome there. So these guys are just crushing it. So big shout out to them. And let me just post that as well in a minute. But awesome stuff. Let's look at the chart. Here's the chart right now. This is the pulse ratio. You can see that even when Pulsechain was going down aggressively, these guys bottomed out, right? They bottomed out and defending the line there with the combat token and that Pulse treasury, and they're sitting at 12.2. They're now back on the upside now at 13.7. So keep a lookout for the old treasury. Let's go have a look at it in real time. But Rhino there looking pretty good. So we're going to go to the dashboard here and see what things are like. Obviously, while you're holding, you earn Pulse. Remember that you earn Pulse while holding, so it's pretty cool. You also get some LP rewards there, I believe. I think they're still going. You have to double check with the team. You can manage your LP positions and all these pairs. Look at all those pairs with the old Rhino. And let's have a look at the charging cycle. So we're on charging cycle 7 now. You can actually tab through all the previous ones, but we're on charging cycle 7. And this is kind of their treasury that earns from the reflections on buy and selling, and I think transferring as well. So they've got earned so far, cycle 7, they've earned 4.2 million so far in the 28 days. They've still got maybe about, about 30% of that left to go. It was about 8 days or so. Rhinofi charging balance, 275 million Rhino in the balance. Pulse goal is 275 as well. So they're pretty much on the money there. And it ends in 8 days and 17 hours. There we go. I was trying to guess the time and it was sitting there right in front of me. We got buy Rhino with Pulse. This is the short-term one. This is the actual buy and burn. So out of this sort of charging, they transfer every 28 days into the contemporary buy and burn. And that's currently got 6.3 million Pulse in it. And that's buying up the token and supporting token. And you can see in the chart there, it's having its impact on the Pulse ratio there. Pretty good. So that is the old Rhinofi. Let me post that in the chat there as well. I just realized I lost the, let's go get the handle here and pull it up because I lost it. Lost the page. So we're going to go to the live stream there and follow Rhino. Man, really, this is crazy. We're having a good time. And let's see, follow Rhino. I guess Rhinofi. And that is the link there. So there we go. We're going to put that in there. Bam. All right. So that is, bam. There we go. Then you can find all the details with the chart and socials and everything else like that. Check that all out. So there we go. That is the Rhinofi and looking good there on the Pulse. So we're going to keep following the Rhino. That is kind of cool. So that brings us our last topic, which is True DeFi. True DeFi is kind of like an internal institution. The idea about it is that you start a miner and you go for 2x in Pulse. Now you have to find all the details with the team, True DeFi. Jump in the Telegram there. Obviously not financial advice. You have to do your own due diligence, all the good stuff there. But they've had pretty impressive starting results. So we're pretty excited about that. We've got Heart with Dog in there. Says, thanks for the coverage, Super. You're most welcome there. And thank you for doing the anime series. It really is amazing. So big shout there. We got Executioner in the house there. Woof, woof. For the old Bria. And let's check out. So True DeFi. Neil Fatisha is obviously a well-respected community member in Pulsechain. He's on the management board, I guess you would say. A management board, inverted commas, of the True DeFi team. Day 22 of True DeFi. And of course, I love that. Hey, thanks, Neil, for putting the days in because I was getting a little lost with the days. But day 22 of True 2x, distributing Pulse yield to miners. The True share rates are better than day 1 at the moment. So the True 2 are better than day 1. So you can get in and get some good shares there for your miners. Come put your Pulse to work. And let's have a look at the results so far. So they've got 248 billion Pulse that have gone in. Now that's from all sources. So people compounding, other things like that, profits from, I guess, their SRE investment engine, and so forth. So $4.23 million that's been worth so far. Daily volume 11.86 billion. Average of daily volume 200K. Total miners now 15,329 people mining for that 2x in Pulse. Total PLS distributed today 1.37 billion, $23,000 there. And what else there? I do think the yield X factors, they do need to update those because still got day 9 in there. But the RSC ownership of Emit single side staking, which we talked about earlier, is 22.95%. So that's the latest stuff there from True 2x. So big shout out to that team. And hopefully we're going to get them onto the show to talk about how it's all going. You know, I'd love to see. They've got so many things happening behind the scenes there. Looking forward to see how that all goes. So there we go. We got Brendan House there. CoinMafia, bring it on with the rockets. Absolutely. We're looking forward to that. So that's pretty much it on the updates of the projects. And look, I mean, we've got some good stuff happening on the old Pulsechain, haven't we? We've got some good stuff happening. And we're about to have 2 big drops of 2 mega deals here with the USDC from LibertySwap anytime now. So yeah, very cool. We just got another update here, I see. 2 updates, are we? 2 updates there to talk about. So we'll talk about that. How we're doing for time. 1 hour and 10 minutes. So we've still got a few minutes to go. So let's talk about some of these updates. I won't necessarily talk about that, but that is cool. They'll be doing lots of promotions there. 25 minutes ago, follow us. With more followers, we can bring greater attention to Pulsechain core coins, Pulsechain trenches, and community. 40,000 followers by the end of the month. How many have they got at the moment? 13,900. Oh, they're going to do that. They should do that easy, right? So there we go. That is from LibertySwap. What else we got there? Let's have a look at the next one. 14 minutes ago, as the US approaches midterm elections, so that will always be one of our short run issues that we've got to deal with. Although I think they're going to get blitzed, the old Dems, because they're pretty much evil. Right? That's probably that works out. Fiscal policy tends to lean supportive. Tax funds, tax refunds, that's coming up, right? We know there's several of those around tax, no tax on tips, etc. Ongoing social programs and targeted relief measures put additional liquidity into parts of the economy. When people have discretionary money, they spend it on what they value: cars, luxuries, goods, and increasingly crypto. The broader trend remains upwards. Pulsechain is well positioned, benefit from the next wave of capital attention. Friendly reminder: Peacock is your golden ticket. How about that? We like that one. Oh, there we go. Tonight, I don't know what's that about. Damn, hold teddy bear accountable. Yeah, that's true. All right, so that is coming up. We're very close. Within a few hours, as I understand it, we're going to get that launch of USDC, and as downstream ramifications, as I said, potentially for invoice payments, commerciality, and of course potentially a crypto credit card as well, all private, all funded privately. Pretty awesome. So bring that on. Yeah. Look, Lady Liberty there on the run there. Looks great. What else are we going to say? Is USDC now working? Almost. Team is working. That was 11 minutes ago. So they're getting there. They've been working through the weekend, I believe. So kind of cool. What else we got going there? Let's have a quick look. Any other comments they may have made? Some of their comments always gives us extra alpha, right? So we're always looking through those. Let's see. We've got fighting for the coins there. Let's see, scroll down, and that is that. So that is kind of where we're at the moment. So anytime, probably after the live stream, anytime in the next few hours, we could see that launching. It's going to be pretty awesome. So let's see here. So what else? We've got some comments in the chat there. We've got Vets in Crypto, bang. Good to see a Vets in Crypto. Hero on Pulsechain. Yeah, that's the Vets. We did cover that briefly on the Emit farm. Hero there was supporting the vets, the US vets there, or veterans. Executioner says, thanks for the shout out to True2X Superman. We all grow strong together. Yeah, looking forward to it. Excited to see the dynamics going on there. And that sweet EDI coming in. Now also, of course, True2X has evolved a little bit with Vouch as well. So excited about that. And I think they've got something else they're working on, as I understand it. Vets in Crypto says True2X Hero Community Referral 538. Yeah. So True2X has these partner referrals, and Hero is one of those. So Hero, you're everywhere, man. You're in the Emit farms, you're in the True2X, and here's his referral there, 538. So you get a bit of a bonus for that, as I understand it. Emit farm on Pulsechain, you're doing pretty well. True DeFi says Executioner is cooking. More details to come soon. So there we are. There's a little bit of a teaser there for upcoming stuff there for True2X. All right. So let's jump away there. Let's have one more check of Rack and Michelle before we finish up the show. And like I say, I may have a second live stream later on today, depending on what is happening in the space. If it's big enough for me to cover, I will cover it as a second show later on today. No update there at the moment on the True2X. I did want to go check Jen, didn't I? Isn't that what I said? Go check Jen. Now, remember, Jen, just for context, Jen is Rackham's wife, but she also is running security here for Bria. She's the author of Coin Division. Now, Coin Division is going to be the overarching or the umbrella company for CoinWell, CoinArchy, CoinMafia, and CoinMentor. CoinMafia, of course, is launching first. And that is the big launcher platform, crypto-wide on all the EVM chains with new tokenomics, including potential refunds as well, which I think will be popular. Probably get a lot more people participating from retail book for sure. And then the CoinWell, of course, is coming down the line there with the big full DeFi suite, stablecoin, etc. So exciting times. And then CoinArchy there is going to have the battle of the memes, as I understand it, if that's still the case, and other stuff on there. So kind of cool. And then CoinMentor is going to be an educational crypto side, as I understand it. So that's kind of the play. So CoinMafia coming up first. And Jen there has, I think, a corporate marketing background. So she's bringing some of her assets to bear on this launch. And of course, they're taking a professional approach there. They obviously have professional networks and we're excited to see that play out on Pulsechain. So we're lucky to see that. And obviously it's multi-chain, so they're looking at a big crypto world, but Pulsechain inevitably will benefit there. So kind of cool. And looks like the hold account there from the whitelist. They're going to have a whitelist for the initial token supply. So we'll see what that looks like when it drops. But it's looking exciting. And people are out there getting excited about it. So pretty cool. I did have a link here too if you want to join up the Telegram. Where was that? Where was it? Scrolling up here. I posted a lot of links today. So let's see here. Was it this one? Was that the link? I think it was that one there, right? I think that was the link there. But you can find it pinned one of the comments there for CoinMafia, about to launch probably within the next 5 hours or so. So we've got 2 big launches, guys. USDC in a couple of hours, and then maybe by the end of Sunday, US time there, CoinMafia. So some big stuff happening there. But all the best to those teams for launching, and thanks for doing what you guys do. Hope you guys enjoyed the coverage today. I enjoyed talking about it. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to YouTube, smash the subscribe right now. Take a moment to do that. If you like to get Pulsechain and crypto content every day, do that as well. And of course, if you haven't joined our strategy club, that is out as well, just over $1 a day to join up, get all the intel, a lot of things I don't say on live stream as well. We have a great community in there, as well as crypto help desk and everything else, all the links. It's a great place to be. I think we've got about 1,100 people in there, so you come be number 1,200 or something. Pretty cool. And if you haven't followed on X, don't forget to smash the follow button as well. You can find all the links in the video description, all that good stuff. All right, hope you enjoyed it. Take care, everybody. And one more shout out there to Grumpy for the super sticker, and of course Hexcavator as well. Big shout out there as well. So appreciate that. What else? I think is that it, guys? I think it is, guys. Valiant says, as always, many thanks, Superman. It's a great place to finish. And you never know, guys. ProveX sacrifice is finished. You never know whether we get one of these, right? You never know. All right, take care, enjoy, and may catch you today. We'll see. But excited for both of these launches. Really, really big deal. All right, take care. Bye for now.
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment, because it's easier to get them, because it takes less economic energy, because there's less of it for sale.